Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Pow Block here on Boss Rush Network. I'm your host, the enlightened, excited Eddie V. Joining me is the one, the only bossman himself, Mr. Corey Derrick. Hello, good sir.
Hello. How's it going?
It's going. I miss you so much. Everybody, of course, it has been PAX West news that we've been bringing out on Boss Rush, and the whole crew just... I personally haven't seen anybody sit for 2 whole weeks.
Yeah, Ed skipped a show last week. Shocker. I'm just kidding. I hurt his feelings. It's fine.
Everybody, ever since I got back from PAX, it's been crazy at work. Like, super crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess like maybe Pow Block may be a little bit different for a while, but it'll be fun. It'll be all right.
Yeah. I this past Tuesday, dude, I have 3 stores I had to go to and work all in one day, and I was just like, but yeah, everybody, we are back from PAX. For us, hopefully this was a break. Outside of life stuff, but we took some I can't get my words out. We took some break time for PAX. I don't know why I'm stuttering like that. And everything, but we are back with a new episode for you guys. Thank you guys for checking out all of our PAX news for PAX West. We still got more coming out. And we're going to be talking about some stuff from PAX West here and there. But yeah, PAX West was good. I enjoyed this year. I one of the highlights for me definitely is being with my Boss Rush crew. Corey, Stephanie, Pat, David, our friends, Roger, goodness, Roger's thinking of Roger.
Ed's struggling today, everybody, if you can't tell.
Grayson, it's just I've been on a 6-day work week, everybody. So I like literally 6 days straight going to different stores and working at my store. So I've been putting in about 15 to 20 hours almost every day. So yes, my check gonna look good, but man, it's been bunkers. So forgive me. But enough of that. Time to talk about Pow Block. Corey, how you been? I'm sorry.
I'm tired. It's been busy for me too. I'm trying to I just got a lot of stuff going on, and obviously like I didn't really get a break after PAX. Which is fine. I just I just kept going because there's other stuff that I do that doesn't revolve around Boss Rush that I had obligations for, and it just kind of like really didn't really give me a chance to sit down and breathe. So I'm trying to like trying to rebuild the plane while it's in the air kind of thing. My energy is just I'm pretty tired, but it's okay. We did the thing. PAX was fun. Hanging out with everybody was fun. I and then work is getting busy again, so that's good for me. And it seems that I will be doing some of that stuff on the road at some point, which will be fun in November. So I don't know. There's the week before Thanksgiving. I don't know what shows are going to look like for the week before and the week of Thanksgiving, just because I will be on the road. But I will also get to go see Stephanie, so it'll also be fun. Yeah. Cause we'll hang out for a little bit, so that'll be fun. Yeah. She told me I had to do karaoke, so that's a little bit scary, but it's fine. I have a list ready to go. I have my songs picked out. It'll be fun. She'll film it and I'll look like an idiot online, but it'll be fun.
Oh,
may lose a friend or two, but that's okay. but yeah,
You ready?
it'll be fun. I'm ready for like definitely using that weekend as a. I'm not even taking anything with me except for like my
The work
work stuff
equipment.
because of just the things I need to relax, right? And it's
Mm-hmm.
just, you know, uh, yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I already told you, just like,
We're
look, I'm not. I'm
we're
like.
gonna get in some trouble. Oh man, PG trouble, everybody. Relax.
Yes. I
Uh,
I know. I'll just like, look, I'm not gonna try to text you or bother you while you are out of town, or you are taking your relaxation time, because it's something that you definitely need. So
um, yeah, we'll see. I don't really know what we're doing. Um, but it'll be a good time. I'm excited. I think so.
that's good.
I mean, I am excited. I just it's really far away, so it's hard for me to get excited for things when they're far away
Mm-hmm.
or at all. Um, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, everybody, we are going to get the show rolling. And
What
of
are we doing
course,
now? What do you think we're doing now?
well, Corey, we got to get into our housekeeping. Of course,
Oh, that stuff,
you
right?
know, of course. Guys and ladies, gals, if you want to support Nintendo Pow Block and our other podcasts, you can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/BossRush Network. Subscribing to tiers on our Patreon can grant you perks like the new exclusive post shows, voting rights for Spoiler Cast and Video Game Book Club, exclusive question threads for Spotlight Podcasts, early access to After Dark, and more. As always, though, your viewership and listenership is enough for us. Subscribe to the Boss Rush Network on YouTube and like this video. If you listen on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, or even if you don't, leave us a rating and a nice review on those platforms. You can find all of our banters, features, lists of goals, reviews, and more on our website, bossrush.net. And we do got some current events and content coming up and guest appearances. For me, everybody, my PAX articles are up on Boss Rush. I also got my first embargo article up uh,
Uh-oh,
with
it's making moves.
with spray paint simulator. I was so excited for this because I've never been under embargo, um and able to get my article up on the day that they released the video and the news announcing it. It was such a treat to go through that experience, being able to actually talk to those creators and just like play their game. And what I played was a demo. They're still working on it and everything, and it was just so exciting to do that because to me personally, it felt like another level of video game writing and journalism. Something that I've never done. I've never been under embargo, and I did a great job. Didn't say nothing about it or anything. Didn't hint anything about it, but like my whole Busters crew didn't know about it until the release of the article. I actually had to message David and tell him, I'm just like, hey, I have this article up, it's ready to go. I know got to put in a copyright editor, but how do we go about some embargo stuff and everything? And I did get it edited and everything, and I just let everybody know, like, hey, this story and everything, it's embargo. You can't release it on until this date at this time. Once it's after that, you guys could put it out and stuff. And shout out to, I think, Josh Martinez, who did my edits. He was able to get it out on time and everything. So thank you to him for that. Yeah. I am going to be having some guest appearances in a couple of weeks.
Ooh,
So I am excited
Ed's
to
famous.
yes. I am excited for that. I do have an article, an interview that I'm still working on. Everybody, I literally haven't had a chance to finish doing my interview, but I have a interview with Corey Kemper, who is CEO of Midway Entertainment. And we are talking about his game, Conquest of Eldenair. And I'm going to try to have a spotlight with him. This is their debut game. He's in Seattle. He's very young, very energetic. He was a pleasure and a delight to talk to, and I want him to do a spotlight with them. And everything. So this article, this interview, hopefully it'll give you guys an idea. I'm going to try to have it up probably by Wednesday for it because I'm still transcribing it. Work has slowed down. I don't have to be at 6 different places. And I'll have this interview up, and then I'm going to get in touch with him and try to set up a spotlight with them. Because he really is a great person. He's an artist, does fantastic art and everything. Like he is such cool people. And so I can't wait to do a spotlight with him and do some spotlights with some other people from PAX in the coming weeks. But for right now, like I said, I got articles out. I got like 5 more articles that I need to put out for PAX West, and then I got to get my top 5 for PAX West. So that is up and coming. So hopefully, you guys will be able to check that out. Corey, any content on
Yes.
your side that's up and coming?
Nothing really that's up and coming. A lot of stuff is already out. My interview with Yacht Club is out. That's doing pretty good for us. Sorry, I'm adjusting the dock here. All of our PAX West creator panels, except for the fun and games, that is up now, but it should be out by the time this episode comes out. I had to wait on some audio files because they helped me with audio as our audio equipment decided to spaz out. So a shout out to Jeff and Matt for helping me. Really appreciate that. So those are sitting
so awesome.
Yeah, I need to get those done. Get that done. It'll be done by Wednesday when this comes out. And then we had 12 videos come out of PAX, which was pretty cool.
Yeah,
and the podcast, so that was great. A lot of great people at PAX, man.
yeah.
I can't tell you enough how much everybody means to me and us at PAX. It's just meeting everybody and talking to people and meeting people. It's just I mean that's why I go. I don't I care about the games and the developers, but I care about meeting people and talking to people. Like that's why I go, is to be with people. And which is like really backwards with how my brain and my mental stuff works. Like I just but there's something about PAX. I was talking to Stephanie about it the other day where like it just it's PAX is like the one place where I don't feel like I have to fake anything about myself or like pretend to be a version of myself that I'm not, yeah. Because like when I'm home, I have to be a version of myself. When I'm with my parents, I have to be a version of myself. When I'm with family or friends around here, I have to be a version of myself. When I'm at work, like it's just like, there's all these different versions of yourself to the point where like, I mean, even on the podcasts and stuff, like there's a version of ourselves that we play, right? I mean, not that we're not being ourselves, but it's as people who are trying to entertain people, you're like a
personality.
Yeah. And you have to be that personality and you have to be on, right? And like what I was telling you, some of the people that are walking around PAX and like they have to be on all the time, even when they're not on, right? And it's
Yeah.
like that would be so exhausting. um, I'm exhausted for the 3 hours we do this podcast every week, let alone having to do that everywhere I go. So, but being with people, being with you and Stephanie, who I would consider my best friends in the entire world, like it's just, I don't know. I've been in a really, I don't want to say bad mood, but I've hit that post con depression low point,
Hmm.
and it feels, I think it feels almost worse than East, because East I didn't really know what to
Expect.
expect, because I never, like, I mean, that was my first time meeting everybody besides you in person, and so
Yeah.
like I was still trying to feel everything out, feel everybody out, um and meeting people and just trying to get the feel of what it was to be on this side of PAX, because like it wasn't my first PAX, but it was definitely like my first one in a real meaningful capacity.
Yeah.
uh and so like when I left before when I left at on I left Monday morning,
Monday. Yeah.
and like everybody else got, like, was still staying, it like really hurt that I didn't really get to have like a real goodbye with everybody, I mean,
Mm.
except for you, but like even then, like, everybody was still sleeping or half asleep, or uh but I miss everybody. I really do. And I'll sprinkle in, I'm gonna try to do a better job of sprinkling in just trips to see people, you know
Yeah.
maybe if I can afford it. uh because like Chicago is only like a 5 hour drive from here. I mean, Boston is an
Right.
hour and a half flight, and the flights are cheap, right? Like it's not like a huge deal.
Right.
um it's the hotel prices that are like,
Ooh.
you know jeez. But you know i'm I'm like I'm really looking forward to November. I mean, I know you won't be there, but I'll get to hang out with Steph for a little bit, and both of our birthdays are in November, so we'll probably go do something for our birthdays, just to, I don't know, do something stupid. Like I said, I have my karaoke list ready, so that's gonna be real interesting. uh
uh, yeah.
Anyway,
It's
yeah.
yeah. Yeah. I think with PAX, and of course we're gonna move on here, but I think with doing East and West is such a learning experience. Definitely for me, because it's just like it's something new, and like it takes me to another level, and not just content creating, but just like this passion that I have for video games, and like you said, meeting people. Like when it's not even me being on. When I meet people, it's that once we get to gabbing, like I said, it feels like a podcast to me, or it feels like a really good discussion that I don't want to get rid of, or I don't want to let go because I'm so into it and
Yeah.
everything. And I think that's why when I do go to PAX, and I play all of these games and I talk to these creators and producers and everything, it's such a great feeling for me, because I'm getting an inside look of their world, and the responses that they're getting from me and everything may help them with their game, or may form a connection, a friendship, or something like that, so they would like to come on and talk more about their game, like, or continue the conversation and stuff like
Hmm.
that. I To me, it's just like, man, this is what I picture the guys at EGM were doing, or the Game Pro guys. Like the video game magazine experience is kind of what I imagine, and I know it's a lot of work and everything, but I'm like, I grew up reading stuff like this and looking towards stuff like this, like E3. Man, if we were able to do E3, I probably would have lost my mind, because that
Mm-hmm.
was one thing that I always wanted to do, always wanted to go to. I always wanted to go to E3, and yeah, stand in lines and play the games and stuff. But it's just like sit down and watch the conferences and stuff. PAX is a whole different experience than that, and I kind of get that E3 feeling at PAX, um, but it's
Yeah.
just that involvement that I have, you know,
Yeah.
like.
But I mean, like the thing too, though, is like, I mean, even though E3 is gone, like
Mhm.
there's a few things that can, like, we're gonna figure out at some point, like the Game Awards or Summer Game Fest, or I mean, not to like, but I mean the Gamescom. I mean, Germany's really far. I don't know who could last that long on an airplane.
Ooh. Well,
But
I flew to Europe, so.
um, but I would like to go there at some point. Um, so there's plenty of options, right? We'll get there,
Mhm.
but uh, just right now we have some opportunities coming up, and I'm very excited for those. And there's always PAX next year and other
Yeah.
things. Speaking of PAX, real quick, another thing to plug. Not it's I'm trying to find it. I don't know if it's up yet or not, but as soon as it's up, it'll be up on our website and in a playlist on our YouTube channel. But Stephanie was in the trivia, video game trivia panel, and I
Mhm.
want to make sure everybody gets to see that too. So I don't know when that's going up. I'm gonna be in touch with Jacob to make sure, like, we can know when it's going up so we can add it to stuff.
Yeah,
Of
I think
course,
it's
it'll be Jacob's video natively. We're just gonna add it to the playlist
yes.
of guest
Yeah,
appearances.
I think it's sometime this week, before I think it's Monday before this week this recording goes live. If
Hmm.
not, it should be sometime this week. Cuz I
Okay.
know he's been promoting it and everything.
Yeah.
Uh
So that'll be somewhere soon ish, if it's not up already. So
I would love to do video game trivia.
I know we gotta get a good idea for a panel next time, because somebody told me it was a good idea for ours, and then we got shut down.
So,
So
yeah.
uh next time, though, we're gonna figure it out.
Yes.
And we're gonna get our friends involved too, because yeah.
Yeah. I feel bad. I didn't get to. I know you talked to a lot of people. Um,
That's the whole reason
Definitely
I'm
with
there,
your
man, is to
videos.
talk to people. That's the whole reason I'm there. I mean, I talk to developers about games and stuff, and I still need to write my
Mhm.
I still need to write my way forward articles and contact way forward so we can get those spotlights set up.
Yeah.
But I mean, I talked to James while we were there, who just directed Yars Rising, um,
Yeah. He's
which is
amazing.
a pretty great game. Um, and I'm not just saying that because we know James, but
Right.
it's a pretty great game. And obviously Adam Tierney has always been really good
Hmm.
with us, and Chris Hoffman, their PR person. So um, way forward, good people, man. Good.
I love him.
They're
Just
just they're just good people, man.
yeah. It.
So
I think that's the thing that was at PAX. We're gonna get into Snack Tender. Everybody will soon.
we are not.
Um, it's that I think with PAX East, I think even a little bit with PAX West, is that, of course, you're doing a lot of the interviews, and I'm on the floor, kind of like gaming and networking.
Yeah.
So it's just like it. I think it kind of works for us.
Yeah.
Uh,
Here
but I kind
here's
of
the
feel.
thing. Here's the
Oh,
thing,
go ahead.
though, is that we're bringing a video guy next time. I don't care what we have to do. I already told Andre, like, if he can get off, he's coming with us so
Mhm.
he can do our video stuff. Like, even if he doesn't edit it, just records it and does the audio
Yeah.
stuff for us, because like it's really tough doing all that by yourself. And it's like, I'm not complaining, it's nobody's fault that, you know, it's just, you know, it's just tough doing it by yourself. And so I'm
Yeah.
like, we got to get Andre out there with us somehow. I don't care if he has to hop the border fence or whatever, but like he's got to get there, you know.
Get his passport.
God, yeah.
It's just
We got to
like
get
for
Andre
me.
back on here too, because like I know he wants to come on all the time. We just always miss because of just things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's just it's I kind of feel bad because I'm not on a lot of the recordings, and you know other people are. It's just like I'm out here, like I said, networking and everything. I'm like playing games and talking to these devs and stuff. Like I have no problem doing podcast stuff, but it just feels weird. That just like I don't know. It's hard to explain. But Corey, let's get into Snacktendo.
no,
Ah.
okay,
uh so um of course we had some good snacks in uh Seattle. Had some good Thai food there. Um
yeah,
the
it was really good.
what the Caribbean food that we had. Um
Caribbean food.
uh the food that we had that Sunday night, our last dinner
Okay.
together.
Like the tacos and stuff.
Yeah.
I had tacos. You had a Cuban something.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that
I
sandwich was good.
yeah, I don't know. I had some shrimp tacos that were really good. Um, they were really good, and yeah, that stuff was really really good. I wish I kind of wish I would have got more, but also like, man, I'm really trying to watch what I'm eating right now, and if I would have
Mm,
had any more, I would have been like feeling it. So,
uh,
uh, but yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed the tacos, and I wish yeah, Grayson was there, and David's friend from Zelda Dungeon was
yeah,
there. I forget what his name is.
I think it's
But he
Michael.
was there. So that was fun, and obviously the four of us, five of us. How many? Five.
Five of us.
Yes, five. Wow, math is hard. What else was I gonna say? Um,
We had some good food at the food trucks there.
yeah, the food truck stuff was pretty good too. Um,
Uh, I was thinking about the gyro that I had there,
mm,
um, because they do beef and lamb, and it's
mm,
different than what we do here in Illinois. We do just straight lamb for ours, supposedly.
mm-hmm.
But it was good,
Yeah, it was really good.
and the coffee was
I
bomb. Seattle coffee is good.
well, I don't do coffee, so I couldn't tell you. I did
Yeah, we
have
had
a iced something in the car. Dude, that first day, man, I was so wrecked. The first 2 days I was like so wrecked. I haven't recovered yet.
oh no.
I'm telling you, man, like the lead up to PAX, I'm warning everybody now that next time we go somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
there's going to be missed content. I'm sorry. Even, like, except for maybe the Boss Rush podcast, but like, there's going to be missed content because we did so much. I think between the 2 weeks before PAX, the 2 weeks before PAX, I think between work and all of the Boss Rush stuff, and then, the Tower Casual stuff, like, I think I recorded and or edited and or hosted 30 something podcasts in 2 weeks, just
Yeah,
so
because
like
you
we
was
could cover stuff while we were gone and the weeks that we were supposed to be off.
mm-hmm.
And man, I was up till the last minute trying to edit, and then, how like if you have to get up early to be somewhere, like you don't really sleep well because you're anticipating waking up at earlier than you're supposed to.
Yeah.
And then I was planning on sleeping all the way there, except the two guys sitting next to me on the plane were super loud, and the plane smelled like hot garbage, to put it nicely. And it was hot because the air wasn't working. It was like it was the worst flight I had ever been on, and I couldn't sleep. And so when we got there, like I was such a wreck. You know, like I saw you guys, or I saw you at the train, and I was talking to my mom because she
Mhm.
had wanted to know if I got there okay, and I was just letting her know I got there okay. And then uh I like took me a minute to realize like it was you, and it just didn't click. And then when we got off the train to go to baggage claim, they told us like three different spots where our baggage was, because Seattle is A, under a ton of construction, and B, had just had a cybersecurity attack like 3 days
And
before we got
and
there.
and I didn't know none of that.
And
I think
like,
I would have got my bag early, but I was waiting for you to come.
well, the problem was is like I had my bag. It's the same bag I take everywhere.
Yeah.
All right. And they made me check it because they said it was too big. It's the same bag I've carried everywhere for like 3 years, right?
Hmm.
Same one. Well, whatever. I guess two. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I've been on like 4 or 5 flights with this bag. Never had an issue. They made me check it, so like that stressed me out. And then trying to find where my bag was stressed me out. And then like David was coming around to pick us up, and then I was like having like a panic attack because I was tired, and I wanted a shower, and I wanted food. And like then we ended up going to like Jack in the Box, and I didn't really want Jack in the Box, but like everybody else kind of went, and I'm just gonna go sit and like try to de-stress. And then we had to
Hmm.
swing back around and get Stephanie. Man, dude, I was a wreck. I was a wreck those first 2 days. Like I thought I was dying that first day. And then when we went out to dinner,
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, I just like I was trying to be like super 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 focused and awake because Roger and Trina were with us from Gamerheads.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my gosh, I want to be here and have a really really good time, but I also just want to go die in bed somewhere. Oh, and like I felt bad because I feel like everybody like thought I was like having some kind of weird meltdown, which sure partially, but like I was just because I had only slept something like in the 4 days leading up to PAX. I think I had only
Yeah.
slept for like 12 or 15, 14 hours max because of all the stuff we were doing and trying to get stuff done and trying to get work stuff done and just like,
Yeah.
you know, and I
There's
didn't
just a
sleep
lot on your
well.
plate.
And my daughter like was having like some, you know, she
Issues.
was really upset that I was leaving, so like she was up half the night, and then my son was up, and it was just like, oh my god, all this stuff all at once was just coming to a head. And like,
But that Thursday when we finally got, settled in the room and
mm,
was able to like, cause me and you, we talked for a bit. I was going in and out of my sleep. I just had
we
to
know
admit it.
we know Stephanie came in and was like like came in to say goodnight to us, and I was like working on something, and she went goodnight, and I'm like, he's sleeping. She's like, what? I'm like, he's sleeping. And you were like literally sitting up, like looking like you were watching your laptop, but you were asleep.
My church sleep kicked in because I was just like, and didn't even realize that I fell asleep because I think I was playing. No, I wasn't even on Switch.
No,
I
you were
literally
on
was
your
on my
laptop.
top.
You were on your
Yeah,
laptop. I thought your laptop was gonna fall off the bed. But yeah, it was funny.
I'm
So
surprised you didn't take a picture or anything.
yeah. I mean,
Uh,
dude, I was so tired. I just didn't care, to be honest with you. I was like, dude, if I wasn't working on this, I would be right there with you because I was trying to make sure everything was ready for the morning and
Uh-huh.
that
And the
stuff.
thing of and the thing about it was that I think it's because I did go on sleep on and off on a plane,
Hmm.
playing Persona. But it's one of those things that I think once I get my body relaxed, I'm out. I'm dead gone to the world. Um
Hmm.
well I tell everybody I'll fall into darkness. Um
Hmm.
because unlike of course you had the controller for the lights and the fan, dude. I don't know what happened. All I know is when I closed my laptop, put everything to charge, that mug went dark. I think me and you I think we said like I think we said like what 10 words and we didn't hear it from each other till like in the morning. We was out of there.
Oh yeah, no, you weren't hearing from me for a while. So but yeah, I mean, it was fun, and we're gonna do a whole expansion pass on this and after this
Yeah.
episode, but so we should probably just get moving. But it was
Yeah.
PAX was really fun. I can't wait to see everybody again. You know, so
I will say for Snack Tender for me, I had Chipotle's new smoked brisket.
mm,
Um, really, really good. Nice sweet taste and a nice kick. I think you would like it, Corey, if you have a cheat day. Um, I mean, it is limited time. I had the burrito bowl with it. Yeah, really good kick to it. Like I said, I like the sweetness. But it gets really spicy at the end. It's very tender. I just definitely enjoyed it.
mm,
Uh, I tasted the Oreo flavor. Well, it's Coke that has a Oreo flavor, but it's zero sugar. I yeah. I think if for anyone who likes the zero sugar one, they may like it. I just have to pass on it. I think without it having no sugar, I can't get that Oreo taste. I know there is Oreos with the Coke flavor in them, and I'm waiting to try those. We got it, but I just haven't bought it yet. But the pop, I was just like, nah. Um, but Crush, the brand Crush, they got a peach flavor, uh, soda drink that tastes like, if anyone who knows the brand called Nehi, Nehi, it's a southern kind of drink. We kind of have it up here in the Midwest. They have a peach flavor also. It's similar to that and it's really good. The Crush peach is top tier. The Crush fruit punch is also top tier for it. Definitely enjoyed those. um yeah, but that's pretty much everything that I had for my snack Tendo. Uh yeah, and yeah. Oh, the State Fair corn dogs that I got from work that's in the blue box. I got some
hmm.
of those and they were good. I like the State Fair corn dogs. I don't get them a lot. But when they're like on sale for my job, they be like about $2 or $3 sometimes. We're like, just throw them in, heat them up for a minute and a half. Good to go.
Mm, yeah,
Oh, and I had Domino's too.
shocker.
Had a taste for pizza, and since I had to work, Domino's was the only one that delivered.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, dude! In the next 2 weeks, I'm going ham after I get my check. After I pay this one bill, I'm going straight to ham.
Nice.
Dude, my check about to probably be about close to $2,200. I'm like, yeah,
Mhm. Nice.
yeah.
Um, well, besides all the PAX food that we had, man, those shrimp tacos are really good though. I could have eaten like probably 10 more of those.
Mm-hmm.
But um, we had Chipotle yesterday. It was really good. I think Chipotle raised their prices again though, because our order was like $2 or $3 more than it normally is
Oh
yesterday.
wow.
So I don't know what happened there, but whatever.
For
It's fine.
delivery or no for a
No,
pickup?
pickup. We don't, man. This whole like big city living stuff where people get DoorDash and Ubers and stuff is so foreign to
Mm.
me. I mean, like Akron's a big city, but we drive everywhere. You know, even Cleveland, like we just drive and hope nobody hits us.
But
uh,
for me, I have to like do the DoorDash stuff when I order food, work purposes,
yeah,
because I can't leave the store. But the
right,
times that I can leave, I straight go pick up my food.
yeah. I mean, that's fair. I just, you know, just so much.
Yeah.
But Chipotle was good, and then I just ate a bunch of cookies yesterday because dinner
Mm.
time. I'm back on the I can only have trash at dinner time on Saturdays because like I kind of was like, I mean, even leading up to PAX, I was like, okay, well, you've lost this much weight. Maybe you can have some dessert after dinner a couple nights a week or whatever. And then on the weekends, you can kind of eat whatever you want. And I kind of like, I didn't gain weight. Well, I guess I gained a
Yeah.
little bit, but I kind of like plateaued and just didn't lose anything. And then my body started shifting. It's, and I started noticing it. And even at PAX, I
Yeah.
noticed it a little bit. So I'm like, it's time to get back on that train and maybe exercise a little bit. So it's, yesterday was really the only day I ate trash, but I found some Cajun seasoning at the grocery store today. I went and picked up like
Ooh.
our because every Sunday we grill a bunch of chicken for the week, and
Dude, that picture that you sent me with the grilled chicken, I know about the seasoning stuff. Dude, that looked just right. It looked so top tier. I'm like, ooh, my mouth is watering and I need some.
hmm. Hello. Oh,
I'm here.
okay.
I was just
Sorry.
trying to
It
give
just
you praise.
no, it just kind of like froze a little bit. It's fine.
Oh.
So it's yeah, like grilling is I don't know. I don't like it, but I think it's because I just worked in a restaurant for so long that it's just like
Mm-hmm.
any fun that people have cooking, I'm just like, why do you like this so much? But that's just me. We grill every weekend too. Just try to get it ready for the week so we don't have to do it during the week, and we just throw a bunch of chicken on, and then I'll have like 2 or 3 pieces of it every day, until like Wednesday or Thursday, and start over again the next day, and
Kind of like a meal
or,
prep
yeah,
in a
and
sense.
then like Thursday or Friday, just eat it, eat whatever. I guess we can whip up, but
Mm-hmm.
um, I
Like I
meant to
said,
cook
it looked really, really good.
yeah, it was good. I meant to cook the rest of the green peppers tonight, but I forgot. And I was like halfway through the chicken. I'm like, nah. So
Shit, I thought you was gonna throw in a shish kebab there. I'm like, let me get in my car. I'm about to make a 6-hour drive.
yeah, it was good though. I enjoyed it. So
Oh, okay. Well, everybody, it's time for Play with Power. Also, Corey, I actually found the cookies and cream Twix at my
mm,
grocery store in Kenosha, but it's only the king size. I'm like, dang it.
mm,
It's
king
like
size are the best size,
they are.
but you know, I can't eat that stuff anymore. My dessert has been limited to like vanilla sandwich cookies. So
Oh,
you know,
okay.
like my kids are sitting over here eating ice cream and brownies and all these other things, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, these vanilla sandwich cookies are really good. So, but they're easy to the calories from those are easy to count because three of them have 170 calories. So I know I can
Mm-hmm.
have 3 and be like, delicious. I'm done. So I gotta
Yeah.
I gotta lose. So my app, like I put in my goal weight on the app that I'm using,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to, according to my app, I need to lose like 44 pounds, but like the weight I want to like float with, I only need to lose like 30 something more.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to lose it by my birthday. That's the goal. So
Are you weighting yourself every Friday,
every
like a Saturday?
every Saturday morning I weigh myself because Saturdays are my cheat nights, so that
Uh-huh.
just makes the most sense to do it then.
Okay.
Uh, I thought about just doing it Friday mornings, but Saturday is kind of
Saturday sounds better because it's like you don't have to deal with work or anything. You can get up and get
yeah,
that out the way first before you like kind of start your day.
yeah. I mean the scale is in the bathroom where I take a shower anyway, so I mean, but it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'm rooting you on. I'm like,
Mm.
go Corey, go! Yay!
Yay me.
Believe in yourself. Come on, you can
Uh
do it. Get hyped for it.
Depends on what it is,
Oh wow.
Hey, there's things I'm really good at, and then there's things I'm not good at all. So, but that's for a different show.
We would talk about that off air.
Oh gosh.
uh,
Oh.
well, so Corey, what are you playing with Power?
So I sat down this week and finally, after 2 years of putting it off,
It's a
I finally,
well, it can't be worse than me with Breath of the Wild. So
I finally finished Link's Awakening, and it turns out I was literally only like an hour and a half away from finishing the game. Well, I had Turtle Rock, and then I had the egg dungeon. Those were the only two I
yeah,
had left, and then I 100%ed it. So that was cool. I love that game so much, man. Like
it's so good.
it makes me excited for Echoes of Wisdom, even though I know it's not going to be the same type of game. But like,
Mm-hmm.
it just makes me a little bit more excited for that. So, uh, and then I played a little bit of Animal Well. I played like an hour and a half of it, and I'm like, I get it. I don't know if I like it or not. I'm not like a big Metroidvania person. Um, so I mean, I know it feels like it's a good game. I don't know if I don't know if I'm just not in the right headspace for it, or if I just don't like it. But we're interviewing Billy Basso at some point in the near future, so I thought
Yeah,
I thought I should at least play the game a little bit
he
before we
was
interview him.
really nice. Yeah, he was really nice at PAX.
Mm-hmm.
I think we got to meet him that Monday.
Yeah,
Uh,
at PAX East,
it
right?
no West.
West? Oh, he was at West.
Yeah,
I,
because
I guess
he might have been at East, but I
he was
know
well.
at
I know he was at East because that's where
East.
Stephanie met him.
Okay, then he was at West because we met him in the Astrobot line,
Mm, okay.
and because I took a picture of them with Stephanie and everything.
Wait, at the Astrobot line? Where was I? I was there. Where was
You was
I?
gone. You was gone. He
Where
was
was
we met.
I?
You was gone.
I was with Pat and Stephanie. What do you mean?
It happened Monday.
Oh, Monday. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
I was gone. I was literally gone. I was literally
yeah,
on a plane flying away.
yeah. So because I didn't know that Stephanie met him at PAX East. Probably because I was running around everywhere. But when I got to meet him and everything, I introduced myself. I'm like, Animal Will. I'm like, and I asked him, like, man, how does it feel for everybody to give this game this love and this praise and everything? And he was just like, it was unexpected, but he was so thankful for it and everything. I just like, yeah, it's like your game is kind of like nominated for Game of the Year for one of the biggest indie games, best indie games, and
Mhm.
everything. So, um, it was really good to meet him and talk to him and everything. Um,
Yeah. It was I think the game is beautiful. I think it's
mhm.
really interesting. I just I don't I'm just I think I'm just not in the right headspace because like I'm in that headspace where like I don't know what to play next. There's so much going on, and you know there's other stuff going on outside of Boss Rush that I just need to figure out and take care of. And um, it just I don't know, man. My headspace, man, it's just been all over the place lately. But I need to figure. Here's the thing: the Plucky Squire comes out on Tuesday, so it'll be out by the time. That's the game I have circled that I'm waiting for. Honestly,
Mhm.
from Devolver Digital, and so I guess I was just trying to find something to play between then and now, and like I started playing Astrobot. I ended up getting it. It's I mean it's really good. I just I'm not in the mood for a 3D platformer, even though it's really fun and cute and charming and
Yeah,
very Mario Sunshine actually in a way, or not. Yeah, Mario Sunshine.
in Mario Sunshine.
And you know the quirkiness and the characters that you find all over the place is super fun, but like I'm just not enough headspace to play that either. I don't know what I want, man. I'm really struggling to figure out something to play, and so like I don't know if I'm just waiting on Zelda or Epic Mickey or Plucky Squire, but like I just cannot find something that's scratching that gaming itch, and maybe I'm just not in the mood to play games right now. I don't know, man.
I
I don't know
don't.
what it is.
I know for me, it's that uh, I had there were some financial things for me, but all of that would be worked out in a couple of weeks for me to go get games like Vision of Mana, Star Wars Outlaws, the Plucky Squire I need to get, Echoes of Wisdom I have plans on. Um, I know for Marvel vs. Capcom collection that's for November because that's the physical and stuff. But right
Mhm.
now it's just like I'm trying to finish games that uh I've already had and just trying to get them out of my library until I mean my backlog until I pick those games up and stuff.
Mhm.
You know, like
Yeah.
like like dude, I just started Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth on Xbox and stuff, and I had that game maybe for the past 5 months, and I got that game like literally on the sale. Like it was only about
Mhm.
$30 when I got it on the sale, and just didn't put it in and stuff. So I mean, I can understand where you're coming from. Just trying to find that game. I think for me, it's just like just trying to get stuff that I have had for years or even a decade or so on my console that I just need to get out of.
Yeah.
And decade wise, it's really like from my Xbox One days and PlayStation 4 days and
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like even I mean, Destiny is kind of in a spot right now, but like even
Mm-hmm.
Destiny, like my go-to game when I don't know what to play isn't scratching that itch right now. And they have the whole like Legend 10-year anniversary thing going on right now, which is like it's not really anything, but it's like I went and got all the armor pieces already, and I'm like halfway done with the seal already, and it's like I don't even know if I want to do this right now. Uh I don't know, man. It's like I mean I think it's why I played Disney Dreamlight Valley the entire time we were in PAX, because it's like
Yeah.
that has become my comfort game, and that has become my I don't know what to play right now. This is what I'm playing. I know this is dumb, and I know like I should definitely be doing something else, like maybe playing a game that came out this year so we can do game of the year stuff soon, because I'm not waiting until last minute to do the bossies this year, man. I can't do it again. Do it again. Also, I don't know if we need as many categories as we had last year based on the amount of effort that it took to do that. I'm partially kidding, but I'm also partially not. but we'll figure that out at some point too. And
Yeah.
there's I just feel like as I've gotten older and as we've kind of progressed Boss Rush through its paces, like we gotta I need to figure some stuff out. And I mean, I think Nintendo Pow Block overall is in a good place. I think Boss Rush Podcast overall is in a good place. I think all the interviews that we're all doing are in a great place. I think Book Club is in an okay place, although I think we still got to figure out some things with that in terms, especially like with voting and stuff. And kind of like a structure almost, but I think Pat's kind of got a handle on it. But I don't know, man, like trying to figure out where After Dark is going to fit now, because we stopped recording it on the same night as Boss Rush Podcast. So we didn't feel like Boss Rush Podcast was rushed. But also like, I don't have time to do another night of podcasting, and the people that are kind of filling in and doing stuff with Laurent on that are like, their schedules are all over the place. And so I don't know, man. It's been weird, and I don't really know what to do with that. Also, some of our patrons have kind of said that we have put out an overwhelming amount of content, and which is a good problem, I guess, in a way. But also a weird problem, I guess. I don't know. I feel like at the rate we're growing right now, which is, dude, we've grown so much since PAX West. We've grown a lot. Like we've gained something like 70 something subscribers on YouTube. Our podcast numbers have shot up. Like it's great, but with us growing, that means there's more back end work to do, which means there's less time to focus on all of the shows that we do. And I don't know what the right route to go is, but and then doing all that back end stuff leaves less time to play games, which means I don't want to start anything that's super long, because then I'll never finish it. Which sucks, because there's a lot of games that are super long that I want to play, like Star Wars Outlaws, or the rumor is finally the Final Fantasy games are coming to Xbox, which is where I would like to play them. Even though I have them through PlayStation Plus and all that stuff, but I would rather play them on Xbox because I don't want to ever turn my PlayStation on. Dude, I tried to play Astrobot with that stupid controller. I hate the DualSense controller so much. I hate it so much. It's uncomfortable. Like the triggers suck. Like I hate the haptic trigger stuff. Like it's clunky. And I know I'm in the vast minority of this, but like my thumb hurts after like 45 minutes of playing it, because the way I'm used to playing is the staggered sticks, not the parallel sticks, and so like it just doesn't feel right.
It's the comfort of that Xbox controller being in our hands that our hands have adjusted to.
It's to the point where like I want to trade in my PlayStation for a Steam Deck and a dock and just buy the PlayStation games there, because then I can use an Xbox controller on the TV, and then when I'm playing it in handheld mode, I can play with the sticks the correct way, or at least in a way that makes sense on a handheld device.
Which is weird for me, because I plan on getting the PS5 Pro in November.
I mean, I'll sell you my PlayStation 5 right now. It's not a Pro. Doesn't even have a disc drive, but I'll sell it to you. Especially because Steam Decks are on sale right now. Like the LCD ones are on sale. They're like $300 for the large LCD one, which would be nice. Especially because I have 200 Steam codes sitting in my inbox that I haven't used, because I don't play Steam games, because I don't have a PC. I use Mac, and none of them. It's a thing.
Well, Corey, was that all that you played? Just those.
Um,
Uh,
Astrobot. What else? I played something else too. Hold on, my Switch is right in front of me. I played the Epic Mickey demo.
I
Um,
need to get to that one.
I mean, it feels a lot better than the Wii version. Let me tell you. Uh,
Okay.
what else did I play? Um, man, oh, I played some Super Mario Brothers Wonder, which is a game that I really, really want to get back to, even though I feel I felt certain ways about it at the time. I I re-downloaded some games for Switch because there were games that I wanted to at least try to get through at some point, but I haven't really played anything else. So I played
Alright.
something else, but I don't remember. I did play a little bit
Uh,
of Tears of the Kingdom, but I've had the itch to go play, like, do the shrines and find the Korok seeds.
yeah, I actually need to finish Tears. I haven't finished it yet.
Mm, mm.
It's one of those things, and I'm not saying because I love Tears. I think I said I'm Tears over Breath. Um, uh, in that discussion. It's just that other games were coming out, and I'm just like, man, I'm spending so much time on this other stuff that I'm definitely enjoying. In Breath would have took me longer if I just stayed focused on that. But I keep doing side stuff in that game, like it's
Yeah.
so huge. But I definitely love Tears and everything. For me, quickly, Corey, because I know we got family news and stuff.
That's
I
fine.
started the EMEO, the Smiling Man Famicom Detective Club demo. I must buy this game when I get paid again. It's so good. The 3 chapters had me hooked. And I know there's some trial and error stuff with it, but I'm very intrigued on where this is going. Um, it animates very well. I think it might be running at 60 frames per second. The way that is like the characters' motions and stuff and everything, like it looks really, really good. It's very different than the remix that came out for it. But I finished all 3 chapters, so that's gonna cover to the main game. But I'm so excited. It it's very tempting to see how it ends, but I think there's so much into it that I'm like, once I get the game and I pop it in, I'm going to be hooked for it. I've been playing Persona 3P on Switch. I tried to do Persona 4, but realized that no, I'm doing Persona 4 on Series X and Persona 3 on Switch. Even though I own both games, or actually I I own both PS Persona 3 P and I own Persona 4 Golden on Xbox and Switch. And I think I own Persona 5 Royal on Switch and on Xbox for it. The Xbox stuff is really for the achievement stuff and everything, but the experience playing like the full game is for Switch and having that itch to go. Um I finished Final Fantasy 9. I finally finished it. I
Nice.
turned on the assist in that game. You know, hitting 9 9 9 9. I so this is the thing about it. I love Final Fantasy 9. I love Vivi. I love all the characters and stuff. I think when I got closer to the end of the game and I made a tweet about this, I really wanted to get through with it because it felt like it lost its plot. And it
Mm.
felt like, man, the stuff that Vivi was going through just felt like it got erased. And I was just like, I know they're focusing now on the main character and everything, but it really felt disjointed and disconnected from from what I picked up and played and everything. I was just like, okay, I started playing it again when I was flying back from Seattle. And then I just once I popped it back, my Switch back in and started playing on TV. I'm like, okay, let me try to get through this game and see how this game ends and stuff. And I really felt like it was a jumble mess at the end. And I'm just like, I still love Final Fantasy 9. I still love VV, but the third half, I would say the last third of the game is just not for me. I think that was the big filling point
Well,
of
I
that
think it
game.
was. I mean, that game was made in like what 11 months. Like, I mean, that game was rushed out. I feel like
Yeah,
that. If any of the Final Fantasy games deserve a remake, it's 9. I think, and not like the grand, epic Final Fantasy 7 3-part massive whatever they're doing, right? But like just like a let's remake Final Fantasy 9 in one game. Let's do it in one go. Let's fix some of the issues people have with it. Let's put out a let's put out a strategy guide where you don't have to go online to figure it out. Remember that? Remember the strategy guide for 9?
oh yeah, that was nonsense.
Yeah, when they were go to playonline.com to find out what this secret is. And it's like, I bought the strategy guide to do that. I don't want to.
Right. I didn't even do like the card game system. I don't understand. I thought that's just forgettable.
Was that triple triad or is that 8? I don't remember which.
That might be 8.
But
yeah, I just like it's a great game, but like now looking at it, I would give it an 8 out of 10. Definitely, it starts strong, and I think because of VV's his his character, the things that he went through, and like the way that he his growth and everything, it's just so investing. I kind of felt like that should have been the main plot for Final Fantasy 9, and it just really feels like once you get, if you was playing the original PlayStation 1, I think once you get to the third disc and carries on, it doesn't become interesting. Like it really loses its it loses something about it, and I'm just like, I don't feel invested anymore. I just feel like I want to finish this game, and that was kind of the down part for it. But I still love Final Fantasy 9. Once again, VV is still like, out of the whole series, is my number one main character. I love VV for it. I was telling people, I think I was telling Dan, I was just like, VV for 9, Orin and Lulu from 10 are my top 3 characters from the Final Fantasy series. I love Lulu, just that icon. She's just an icon for it. Last but not least, like I said, I started Like a Dragon 7 on my Series X. Sadly though, I haven't been playing my Xbox in a while because of Switch. But I hope to rectify that later on and stuff, because I still need to get Space Hammer, the Space Hammer 2 game, and stuff. So yeah. But that's what I've been playing, and just like you, Corey, I downloaded some stuff on Switch, like just been trying to get back into I downloaded the remake of Trials of Mana. So I have that on my Switch. I think I want to play that from the beginning and just go full on with that game before I jump into Vision when I pick it up. But yeah. Oh, everybody. One more thing that I gotta show. So I got my El Shaddai from Limited Run Games.
When did you order that? Like 2 years ago?
I ordered that, dude. It was so bad that I ordered this last year and literally forgot that I ordered it.
I know, that was the joke.
I was just like, what in the heck is?
Well, Pat just ordered that the Castlevania, the new Castlevania collection from them, like the big box set.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I guess if the podcast is still going by then, and we'll see you in like 2 or 3 years. That box.
Shoot, I don't even know if anyone got their Alan Wake.
I don't know. I mean, look, two of the biggest Alan Wake fans are in our group chat, in Stephanie and Pat. I'm sure they would have said something by now.
Yeah.
If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dierig, Francisco Santillan, Matthew Keel, and Todd Oxtra. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network.
But yeah, everybody, that's what we've been playing with Power. We're gonna get into and get ready for this because this Febby News section is bunkers. You ready, Corey? Let's get into Febby News. Take it away.
Never ready. So our first story is
This one looks crazy.
It is about a studio losing employees, but it's not because of layoffs.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, freaking Bloomberg. God, I just opened it. I don't want to pay for this. Basically, Annapurna's video game team, the entire team, resigns, and it's leaving their partners, their developer partners, in a scramble to figure out what's going on. I read this article earlier for free. I don't know why I can't read it now. I'll just go to Nintendo Life. I know they had a big breakdown about it. So
yeah, that's where I read it at. So basically, the owner, they had a dispute or something, and so because of that, like the whole team just resigned.
yeah, well, they wanted to spin out from the parent company. Okay, so here's the official. Here's the official thing. So this is from Nintendo Life. Their source is Bloomberg, which is where I first, that's where our story was coming from, but I guess not now. The entire workforce of publisher Annapurna Interactive has resigned following a dispute with owner Megan Ellison. As reported by Bloomberg, the publisher has been in negotiations with its owner to spin the gaming arm into an independent entity. Ellison reportedly walked out of these talks, leading to Annapurna president Nathan Gary, other company executives, and around 24 staff members to resign. In a joint statement, Gary confirmed that all 25 members of Annapurna Interactive team collectively resigned, calling the move one of the hardest decisions we've ever had to make, and we did not take this action lightly, end quote. Let's see. Ellison claimed that the company's top priority is continuing to support our developer and publishing partners during this transition. The statement then goes on to look at the company's future. We're committed to not only our existing slate of games, but also expanding our presence in the interactive space as we continue to look for opportunities to take more integrated approach to linear and interactive storytelling across film and TV, gaming, and theater. As you might expect, the staff resignations will have a huge impact on the games currently in development under Annapurna's publishing label. On Switch, the company currently has both the Stray port and top-down roguelike Morsels, which made an appearance at the recent Indie World Showcase. A spokesperson has told Bloomberg that all existing games and projects will remain under Annapurna. Co-founder Hector Sanchez has taken on the role of president at Annapurna Interactive and has reportedly told developers that the company will honor all existing contracts as he works to replace the staff members who have departed. Man, so this is big, man. This is really big.
You text me this story, and I was just like, wait, what? Because I love Annapurna Interactive. I watched it. I watched the directs. I got some of their games. Definitely when they showcase developers from around the world and stuff. That's what I actually love about Annapurna. I just didn't expect that a whole team up and left just said deuces because they didn't. I'm like, wow, mouth was agape.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. That's so ballsy to do, especially in a business, in a industry that's so hard. Jobs are so hard to come by at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we talked separately about the Microsoft layoffs that happened, and a lot of the other stuff that's going on, but like this was like, and like, as somebody who has like kids and family to support and a wife and like needing insurance and all this other stuff, like house payment, like I couldn't imagine resigning just because of some sort of dispute, right, with
Right.
whatever. And I know if you're like a single person, a young single person, like it you can go find a job somewhere else and like you don't have to take into consideration anybody else really, but like, man, that's such a commitment to do as a collective team, you know.
That's loyalty in a sense,
Yeah, but
or
but
former
like what do
loyalty.
they do, now? And I saw some of the people kind of from there tweet out like, we are working to get this off, this thing off the ground, whether Annapurna agrees or not. Like they're going to reportedly do that anyway. So good luck to everybody who resigned, and hopefully
Yeah.
something good comes of it, I guess. I mean, I guess if anything, like if anything, we'll basically have two kind of Annapurna Interactive style groups, right? Because like, man, there's this gnat flying around. I don't know where it came from, but it's bothering me. So if you hear a loud clap, everybody, it's because I'm trying to catch a gnat. I don't know where it came from. It came out of my microphone puffy thing.
Oh no.
So,
Hmm.
no. But yeah,
Yeah.
hope everybody lands on their feet and this thing takes off. We could
Yeah.
use more indie people pushing, and like I don't have any problem with Annapurna Interactive as a entity, right? I mean, the leadership there kind of sounds like they obviously they want to keep their company together, right? But I don't know.
Right.
I don't know which way to lean because I'm not as invested into this company as like, even as a lot of our team members are, right? Like, I know you, Pat, Stephanie are really big into Annapurna. I know a lot of our writers are
Hmm.
really into Annapurna games. So I, others might have a more of an insight, but um, especially because like, didn't Remedy just sign this big contract with them
Yeah, for
to do
Control.
TV and their game?
Yeah.
So
Or Control 2, I should say.
yeah,
Which is, yeah, goodness. Oh, Remedy. That is a bewildering company, but that's for another day.
yeah. Our next story comes in the form of Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk claims he is talking to Activision again on something, quote, something the fans will truly appreciate. I don't really know what it is. This article doesn't really say a lot. I know that Vicarious Visions was planning on doing Tony Hawk's 3 and 4 HD remake, or the remake of the third and fourth game, and before they were absorbed into Blizzard to do other things, I guess. But that was before the Microsoft acquisition, right? And so hopefully somebody makes a smart move and says, hey, we should do Tony Hawk's 3 and 4 remastered because that first one sold really well. And I love, dude, I even love the Switch version. The Switch version is awesome. I play it every once in a while. It's so good, man. Dude, Tony Hawk is like the Tony Hawk games, especially 3. I remember the first 3 games I had for my GameCube were Luigi's Mansion, Pikmin, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. And I
Yeah.
went out of my way to buy the stupid orange controller and a memory card just to play Tony Hawk. Like,
Oh, wow.
it was awesome.
Was 3 the best one out of them? Or was it
I mean, I think a lot of people's favorite. I think a lot of people debate whether it's 2 or 3 at this point.
Okay.
Because like I think Tony Hawk 2, obviously the first one was good, but Tony Hawk 2 really built off of that.
Yeah.
That first one, and then 3 really evolved it with like the ramp grabs and kind of extending tricks longer and that kind of thing. So Plus, it was the only kind of next gen version at the time, right? I think. And
Yeah.
then remember Xbox got that really weird Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2X, which kind of merged the two,
Uh-huh.
uh, which was weird. But I really like 3. I love 2 also. 2 really brings back a lot of great memories from the Dreamcast. But I
It
really
is
loved.
right.
I
It
played
did
Tony
come
Hawk's
on
2.
Dreamcast.
Yeah. I played 1 on N64, 2 on the Dreamcast, and then 3 on the GameCube. Which, by the way, 3 on N64 is like one of the rarest games out there. So good luck finding Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 on the N64. Uh,
Get ready to pay a lot of money.
yeah. But Tony Hawk's Pro Skater on N64 was a man. I loved it, even though it was like strangely incomplete. Well, because on PlayStation, right, and Dreamcast, or I guess only PlayStation because 1 didn't come to Dreamcast.
Right.
You collected the tapes, and then you could watch the tapes on the disc, right? And the music, like the entire song list, like you could listen to Tony Hawk, the game as a CD in your PlayStation, right? Listen to the
Mhm.
music. Well, the N64 version, like you collected the tapes, but you couldn't watch the tapes because the cartridges didn't have enough, space on them.
Memory.
And the music was only like a looped instrumental version of the songs.
Oh wow.
It was really bad, but yeah, man. It was I love Tony Hawk. I love those games. So I really hope this is Tony Hawk's 3 and 4 HD. And I really hope it comes to Switch too, because it's really good there.
With Microsoft and Nitsy still having a good relationship, I could see that happening. I could see Microsoft doing this like a third party and put it on PlayStation and
Yeah.
Steam.
I mean, at this point, I'm pretty sure everything that comes from Activision Blizzard is going to be a quote unquote third party game at this point. And it'll like everything from them will go into Dreamcast or not Dreamcast, Game Pass, and then will be sold on other platforms. I mean, that's where Microsoft is headed anyway, very clearly, right? I mean, we saw that with Indiana Jones, where it's going to go into Game Pass, but also like the best version is going to be on PlayStation 5 Pro, essentially. So, but whatever. As long as Xbox exists and I can play games on it, that will be my primary place to play games until they decide not to do hardware anymore. And then by then I will, retire from playing games and I'll just play Nintendo. Man, there's just something about I don't want to get into it right now. There's just something about that PlayStation experience, man. It's just not.
That's a discussion we will have another day. Trust me, we'll have that discussion, but we're going to have it another day. Also, shout out before we go on, everybody. Last week, we celebrated the 25 years of the Dreamcast being released.
Gross, 25 years.
Yes, do check out our standard definition episode. I posted it on my page. Corey, Jesse, and I have a talk about that system. Everybody was just like, reminiscing about the Dreamcast. And we still constantly talk about it. We were just talking about it with Tony Hawk. But yeah, I'm just wanting to say go check that episode out for standard definition. Yeah, celebrate the Dreamcast like we did.
Yeah. Dreamcast was a great system. I can't believe that it was only like the amount of great games on that system. I can't believe it was only on the market for 18 months.
Another console celebrated, I think GameCube celebrated some. Yeah, GameCube just celebrated some years.
Yeah. Yeah. So where are we at now? All right. So our next story, Ed, is about the Metal Gear Solid Collection Volume 2. Konami has officially acknowledged that it's going to exist, but doesn't want to rush the product and asks fans to be patient. I think essentially this was from a kind of like a press release, and Wario64 retweeted it out. Looking at the potential titles, okay, this is from Konami directly. Looking at the potential titles, okay, it's like this. We had HD ports of Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3, or sorry, not really for 1, but the other 2. But mostly these titles released after those don't have a pre-existing HD port we could use. Some are in HD, but those would all be really big titles, and that comes with its own set of issues. So with all these factors to consider with the lineup, anything along the lines of what's in it, or questions like how long will it be in development, when will it be out, is going to be a little while until we can get a clear picture. But when we do, we'll let you know. Of course, we called the first one Volume 1, so we are making Volume 2, that is for sure. We're also worried about how Volume 1 had a pretty rough launch with all the issues, so we're going to do everything we can not to repeat that, but we just have to ask for everyone to give us time. And, I feel like I can already see the comments. We're probably getting blasted with, you didn't answer squat, and I knew that was pretty likely. But I just kind of want to say, even if we can't share much, we still want to check in with everyone. We feel like that's sort of what we want the production hotline to be. So, it's in and then there's a link to a YouTube video, which I didn't watch because I don't care about Metal Gear. But it does seem like something will be coming in that volume. My guess would be 4 would probably be the big one, right? And then Portable Ops 1 and 2 maybe would be my guess. And then Peace Walker, Ground Zeroes, and 5, since they all kind of go together, would be in a Volume 3, would be my guess.
So I think Nintendo would get the exclusive with Twin Snakes, and
I don't think so. I think you're dreaming. I think that's a pipe
mean,
dream. You can put Twin Snakes HD right there with Arms too.
No, but I really think that Twin Snakes, if it comes out, I think it would literally be a Nintendo exclusive because
I doubt
Nintendo paying for. I mean, Nintendo pay for that exclusive, so I think they still hold on to it. Like I could see Metal Gear Revengeance coming on for all of them, like
right,
4 or 5. Yeah, but I think Nintendo.
See, I think if they were going to do Twin Snakes, they would have put it on that first collection because it's the first game, right? Technically, so I don't know if it is another collection.
I think they were just thinking of getting the PS1 games, the PS1 and the PS2 games all out together, since those are the most recognizable ones. And just do something with that. I just think for Volume 2, Twin Snakes, since that would be a bonus one, unless the Konami talks to Nintendo and figure that out, because I don't know what Silicon Knights isn't around anymore. So I don't know how all of that would plan out. I wonder if Nintendo would grant Konami to put Twin Snakes on Xbox and PlayStation, due to the fact that Nintendo did the same thing with Platinum when they had that superhero game that was like on Wii U, but then it came out like for PlayStation and Xbox, and I think the Xbox One era, PlayStation 4 era, I think generation. I'm it's not Video for Joe, but it's the other one. That was like it was a Wii U exclusive that Nintendo had with Platinum games. Wonderful 101, that was it. And then it came out to PlayStation and Xbox, but Platinum did but Platinum published it for it. I think they did some kind of contract thing with Nintendo for that to happen.
Yeah.
So that's why I wonder if the same thing would happen with Twin Snakes. But we could see.
Yeah.
Because I think that would be the one that everybody would ask for.
I think Metal Gear fans don't like Twin Snakes. From everything that I've heard, hardcore Metal Gear fans don't like Twin Snakes.
I wonder why.
Only Nintendo people like Twin Snakes. So I don't know. I didn't play it, so I've never.
I didn't get a chance to play it.
I've never played a Metal Gear game, so I think I played Ground Zeroes for like 20 minutes, and I'm like, I don't get it.
Understandable.
Our next story is about Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Not really news. It's just a fun little fun piece of trivia, I guess. Tears of the Kingdom was almost called Tears of the Dragon. Now, if you haven't played through Tears of the Kingdom, there are slight spoilers here. So here's your chance to jump ship now. Follow the timestamps in the notes to jump to the next section. It's probably be like 3 or 4 minutes probably. But Nintendo has here's your chance. 1, 2, 3 spoilers. Nintendo has spoken about the name for Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom and revealed that there was a strong consideration for calling it Tears of the Dragon instead. I think that's a cooler name than Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Dragon sounds baller.
I gotta disagree.
2003. I don't care what you say. You have a lot of hot takes, so you can chalk that up to just another one. The tidbits comes from Eiji Aonuma, the game's producer. Aonuma was speaking about Tears of the Kingdom with the newly released art book, indicating that the Tears of the Dragon name could cause issues since it would emphasize the light dragon. Only after another member of the team suggested Kingdom that the final title materialized. You can read the full translation below. There's like a whole thing here, but I just thought that was really. I hope this Master Collection book comes west, because it's really
cool.
Man. Yeah,
nice.
But I think Tears of the Dragon sounds awesome, especially because like I know the ending of the game and it makes total sense, but it totally spoils the entire game. So, but yeah,
I don't know. Tears of the Dragon just sounds. It sounds like it's
cool.
It sounds cool, but it sounds like it's for another game, like another series. It doesn't feel like it fits Zelda.
I mean, yeah, fair, but it sounds cool. But I think that's what makes it exciting is because it doesn't sound like Zelda. So calling it Zelda Tears of the Dragon sounds awesome. I just think because dragons aren't like, aside from the Breath of the Wild games, like dragons aren't really emphasized in Zelda, right? Like they're just not really like, I mean, you know, there's dragon bosses or whatever, but they're not like, it's not like Skyrim where like the whole game is about dragons, right? Like the entire series is about dragons, right? But like, I don't know. I love the story of Tears of the Kingdom. I love the story of Tears of the Kingdom.
I think if Tears of the Dragon it was like DLC, like the name for some DLC for Zelda, I would be cool with it. It's just like, I don't know. I think because I just got I got comfortable with Tears of the Kingdom. It just sounds like a better name.
I still don't like that name at all. I don't like that name at all. It doesn't, like, Breath of the Wild rolls off the tongue really nicely. Tears of the Kingdom does not roll off the tongue at all. It's a really bad name in my opinion. But Tears of the Dragon rolls off the tongue super nice. It sounds cool.
We'll agree to disagree on this one. I think we got our
shocker.
I will say, but I will say, I think we got our preference of the name of the sequel. Like you love the name Tears of the Dragon. I love Tears of the Kingdom. And that's cool. That's fine. There's no problem with that.
Big problem with that.
Yeah.
All right, our last story of the day. Not really a lot to talk about here, but Dragon Quest III 2D HD remake has gone gold ahead of its November launch. It's like 2 months out, and so I guess they'll polish it up and make it real nice and move on to the other two, like all hands on deck for 1 and 2 remake now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know it's in it's in heavy production obviously right now, but now this team is done and they can kind of go help. So that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
So
I know they've been promoting it lately. Square Enix have, like the creators, they've been like promoting it lately. So
yeah,
it's good to
I'm
see.
I'm kind of excited for that. Honestly. So all right, Ed, we're going to move into our topic of the week. I didn't change it on the doc because I'm going to be honest, I forgot to. But we're going to choose yours, Ed. We're going to choose your Boss Rush banter to talk about.
Yes.
Should Nintendo be worried about Astrobot's success? And I don't want to talk about, I don't really want to talk about if Nintendo should be worried or not, but I kind of want to talk about the charm of Astrobot and how I feel like, or how we kind of feel like Sony has kind of found their Nintendo magic with this game in a sense. Because it does feel like a very Nintendo-esque game. And the way it celebrates the history of the brand and the characters, and I mean there's some pretty obscure characters in this game, right? Like I mean the bots that you find are pretty obscure characters. And I think Astrobot is super charming and really reminds me of, the N64 and GameCube platformers that we used to get a lot. And I'm glad Astrobot has found success, especially after the mess that was Concord's launch for PlayStation. But yeah, everybody seems to be loving Astrobot and comparing it to like the best Mario games, which I don't know if I would go that far, but like it's pretty polished and pretty. So this is your thing. What do you think of Astrobot?
So thank you for that, Corey. And everybody please go read this banner. It really, kind of highlights because there's been a lot of comparison with Nintendo and Astrobot, with Team Asobi and Nintendo, and I do provide an answer, so I prefer people go read it to hear what I have to say about that. When I played Astrobot, I played the demo at PAX that we all did, and it controls very well. Like really tight controls. I was having a lot of fun with it. I didn't, even though I had a time limit with it because it was a demo and stuff. Very understandable. And I told them, just like Sony has a Game of the Year nomination. I think the reason why Astrobot is getting a lot of love, and I'm gonna remove the Nintendo side of this, is that I think people finally are recognizing that Sony could do other games if they put time and effort into it. And what I mean by that is that Sony don't have to do or allow all of these soul style games or the hero generation. They don't have to make everything mature and apply to older adults and stuff. They could do something that's light and colorful, and people will come to it, will love it. And like, people have been platinuming this game on how good and on how great and excellent Astrobot is. You know, I think that Sony needs more of this because like this was in effect, and I know people going might disagree with me. Back in the PlayStation 2 days, platforming games was Sony's bread and butter. Insomniac, oh, even before they bought, even before Sony bought Insomniac, they were the king of platformers with Ratchet and Clank and Jack and Daxter. You know, Sucker Punch had um, the raccoon one,
Sly Cooper.
Sly Cooper, and everything. You got Crash Bandicoot on the PlayStation 1 days, and you got Spyro. Like these platforming games, even though they were trying to compete with Mario, and they were their own mascots for PlayStation at a point in time, those were the bread and butter for Sony for first party until PlayStation 3 came and they started going to another direction. And so looking at Astrobot and seeing that people are having, I would say adults right at this point. I'm not talking about kids playing it. Most adults who own a PlayStation 5 and some males and females who own it, adult wise, is that they're loving it. They're having fun. They love the charm. They love the other games that's in the Sony um kind of universe of first party games that is in this game in costume, you know, with the other Astrobots. So it really feels like a big success, definitely for Team Asobi, that they're getting recognized for this, and because they did such a great job with the PSVR Astrobot when it came out. Uh, People were anticipating, or I should say, Sony players were anticipating Astrobot, and they got a game that is the highest rated with a 94 Metacritic. That's awesome. Um, People are feeling nostalgic. People just like we want more of these games now. That's going to be hard to do until we see sale numbers for it, because you know how Sony is when it comes to sale numbers, with the for some of their games. Um, but I think seeing the positive outlook for a lot of people who are playing the game, the joy that they're getting, I'm happy that Astrobot has the success that they're having. You know, I'm glad that it's a 94 Metacritic. I I I, I feel like they really have a chance to be Game of the Year, in so many outlets and everything, whether it's personal, professional, um, or it's just like content creators and stuff. Maybe maybe in like different, like the Dice Awards or something like that. Like it has a chance to be a number one contender or a number one winner. So I'm glad that it is receiving the love that it's getting for players.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I I think this is kind of like this is definitely something that Sony should continue, especially if they're looking
Mm-hmm.
to, you know, we talked about this with the Lego Horizon thing being on Switch, but like they don't they don't have any IP that appeals to anybody younger than the age of like 25. And like this and the Lego Horizon games are good starts. I think Astrobot could be, it could seriously be their what they wanted Sackboy to be. You could do a kart
Yeah.
racing game. You know, you could do like their version of Lego, like PlayStation Lego games, where like you can do like your Astrobot God of War funny type thing, right? Like the Lego games did with Star Wars and Harry Potter and all those things. I mean, they don't need to do Astrobot everything, but like I think something like an Astrobot kart racer or a party game or something would really make sense, and you could definitely expand outside the platforming genre, because I think you could do a lot of cool things um, with just that character alone, especially with like, oh, well, I want to be the Kratos Astrobot, or I want to be the Nathan Drake Astrobot, or I want to be the Ratchet Astrobot. And like you could do that with these different genres and really celebrate PlayStation, because like, everybody kind of looks at Nintendo and Smash Brothers is kind of like the celebration of Nintendo. Well, Astrobot can be the celebration of PlayStation. It doesn't have to be a fighting game. It doesn't have to be a competitive game. It can just be a fun celebration, right? And that's what Astro's Playroom did. That's what Astrobot Rescue Mission did for on the VR thing. Like, and now we have Astrobot. Like, I think Astrobot is a wonderful, wonderful idea for PlayStation, and it relatively cheap for them, right? Like 3 years, 60, I think what they say, a team of like 60 people over 3 years. That budget's probably, I mean, that budget can't be very high, 50 million at the most, right? Like, I mean, and it's a huge success. They clearly made their money back and are going to continue to sell copies over the course of the holiday. Like,
Yeah.
PlayStation has a real, as long as they market it correctly and use the character wisely, I think they have a very smart kind of thing on their hands. And I hope that this game becomes what they hoped Sackboy would be. I hope Astrobot becomes PlayStation's mascot and they have a whole slate of games wrapped around it. They could do, I mean, I don't need them to make like Astrobot tennis or golf or, Astrobot Party or Astrobot Crossing or whatever, right? But like they could totally do a bunch of different things. I would love to see an Astrobot kart game, to be honest with you.
And I think Sony needs that Japanese presence everywhere. That's something that Sony does not have.
I mean, this game would like
being.
An Astrobot game would be huge on a PlayStation handheld system.
Yeah.
Right. I think whenever Sony releases their new handheld, which they're clearly going to do at this point, I don't think it's a huge secret that Microsoft and Sony are going to release a handheld at some point. But whatever their handheld is, they need to make sure to launch it with an Astrobot game. Whether it's like a pack-in game similar to Astro's Playroom or a full-on Astrobot game, they need to launch it with something Astrobot. Because that's going to be really big for them. So
now there's a question that we're going to get to at the end of the show, and I think I'm going to save that answer for that. But I think if I look at through the eyes of Nintendo, Nintendo is well educated in platforming games, and what they do and what they put out, I don't think anybody could do the same thing. And I think with Team Asobi, I think right now for the PlayStation community, they're getting that Nintendo experience. They're getting that Nintendo game, which is good for them. I think they now see what Nintendo does with a polished 3D platform. And if they feel like this is the experience that they're getting with Astrobot, that's good. That's promising that Team Asobi really did a phenomenal and fantastic job developing this game.
Yeah. So kudos to PlayStation. I gotta give it to them. They finally have like a real shot at like grabbing the younger audience, I think.
I will say Astrobot is probably a system seller game.
I think it will be for some. I mean, I saw some people saying that they were going to spend money on a PlayStation for Astrobot. I saw a couple people like that. I mean, I don't know if it's going to sell like millions of units because of Astrobot, but I think people will buy this console for that.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into Pack Watch, Ed.
Yes.
So this week, we have a few games coming out. So on September 17th, we have The Plucky Squire. Storybook characters discover a three-dimensional world outside the pages of their book and must jump between 2D and 3D realms to save their friends in this charming action adventure. This game looks awesome. Instant
Yes,
buy
it
on
does.
Tuesday when it comes out. On 9/18, Broken Sword: Shadow of the Templars Reforged. The classic multi-award-winning adventure Broken Sword: The Shadow of the Templars returns with glorious 4K visuals, not on Switch, and iconic remastered audio, pitching intrepid American George Stobart and fearless journalist Nico Collard in a journey of perilous adventures and ancient conspiracies. That description was from Steam, by the way. A lot of these descriptions, if I can't find them on the Nintendo store, which is very often, I get them from Steam. So, on 9/20, Matchbox Driving Adventures. Jump into your vehicle and use your imagination to tackle missions and win races. Navigate dynamic landscapes, earn medals, and drive your adventure. And then also on 9/20, which is a game that some of us saw at PAX, the Karate Kid Street Rumble. Dominate the dojo in the Karate Kid Street Rumble, a pixel art beat 'em up adventure. Grab your friends and for local co-op multiplayer and dive into the classic Karate Kid journey with retro style gameplay, dynamic combat, and epic boss battles. So I'm 1,000% sure the standout this week is the Plucky Squire.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, you should go check it out. It looks like a really fun Zelda-esque adventure. I cannot wait for this game. When I saw it over the summer, I was like, this game's going to be awesome. I already pre-ordered the physical, which is coming out in February. But everybody should check this out.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I definitely cannot wait to play it.
Yeah, it's gonna be
this game.
It's gonna be great.
I'm probably going to end up double dipping on it. Getting the digital and then try to get the physical.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm not waiting to play it. I'll just get the physical and leave it sealed, probably. Unless it comes with something cool. I just want it on my shelf with Tunic and Death's Door and a couple of the other indies I have.
Yes.
All right. Time for question block. If you want to write into the show, you can join the Boss Rush Network Discord or look for the question thread on Patreon or on Twitter /X/ whatever you want to call it. You can also email us the old-fashioned way at nintendopowblock@gmail.com. Seamus the Kilted Gamer writes in, Echoes of Wisdom, will we be able to echo more than simple monsters, for example, bosses? Yeah, I think so.
I don't know at this time.
There's definitely a lot that you can echo. A lot of them, I think you'll be able to do like at least mini bosses. But the way like the different bosses kind of work are like you have the kind of like the three usage system, right, where like there's 3 bars and each, like the smaller echoes and like items that you can use to solve puzzles are 1 echo. Kind of larger enemies take up 2 echoes, right? So you'll like use up 2 slots on that bar for 1, let's say like enemy that throws spears or whatever. And then I would assume if you do a mini boss, that would take up all 3, right? But it will do more damage, right? That would be my guess. I do know you're going to be able to echo hundreds of things in this game and kind of use them at your will, essentially. So it's there's a lot going on with this game. I can't wait for this either. It's next week already, man. I can't believe we're getting Zelda next week.
Dude, playing that game at PAX, I like it. It's I have a blog for everybody coming out, so you should already know where this game is going to place on that blog. Like, even just the way that we talked it on the Boss Rush podcast when we was at PAX, like
Mm-hmm.
it's just
Hmm.
I know it's not going to get higher Metacritic than Astrobot. I know that's not going to happen, but I really feel like it. I really feel like it deserves a Game of the Year nomination, just from the demo that we played, and like
I mean,
I
it
feel like
will,
there's
right?
so many, huh?
It will.
I
I'm
hope
sure.
so, because it feels like there's a lot of secrets in this game that we don't know about, and it's a lot to explore. And I'm very intrigued on where this game is going.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. Yeah. I can't wait for this. Sorry, I'm looking at some of the deals on Xbox right now. Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League is $10.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting it because I hear like the campaign is actually okay. I would play through a 12-hour campaign for $10,
I mean, I would
right?
play through it. I would play through it.
I gotta save this money for the dude. We're gonna move on. Sam Hall writes in, with the access you all have with the developers and games at events like PAX, what is one thing you think is most important thing to get across to the audience about the access, and what should the audience understand about it? I mean, we've just been very fortunate to have a team that has pushed content out to allow us to be in this position.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that access is a reward for the hard work that everybody has put in. I also think that the audience should know there are different tiers of access, right? Like we have media and content creator badges, but there's also like different tiers of media, which don't get me started on that.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Baron from Level 1 Gaming. He knows. Oh my god, dude, we had like a 2-hour conversation in the media room about that whole thing.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, it's access is it's a very nice privilege to have that, and I don't think any of us really take it for granted. I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but I would assume that and we still have to pick and choose what we want to play because there's a lot there, you know. Definitely the indies accept our status more than someone like a Nintendo would, right? Like because Nintendo has the behind closed doors with, you know, the bigger outlets like Giant Bomb and Nintendo and GameSpot and IGN and GameSpot and stuff like that, right? So we don't get that type of access, but you know, it's I think we just are in a very privileged position, and everybody's just been working hard to get us here, you know, and this is where we're at.
I think for the access, like to PAX and with the media and stuff, is that what we want to convey to the audience is that there's a lot of games that we're going to cover, a lot of genres of games that we're going to cover, and things that you may be interested into. Definitely for the developers and creators of like the board games and PC and all of that, you know, to them it's helping markability for them is definitely helping. Like we're getting their name out there, so the interest in their product you will go to, and hopefully if it interests you, you could buy it. So it kind of works in both ways, like the access to those developers and to their games or their product. We present to people who don't know about them, for these small developers and everything. Any kind of coverage to help get their name out, you know, they would take. what we benefit out of it is that, to get that across the audience, is that you're viewing our work and critiquing it, making a comment, or you be like, oh, I saw you guys on Boss. I saw an article on Boss Rush about this product. I'm very interested. Or I seen a spotlight of it because of Boss Rush. You guys talked to this person at PAX and stuff. Like, that kind of access allows us to bring out that content, but it also helps them to get their name out there, to get their brand out there, their product out there. So you, as the viewer or even listener, may be interested in what they're doing. We are in an age where indies are coming back being big. Finding new innovative ways to play games, or and finding new IPs, do content creators, or a network like us at Boss Rush. Like, it's something that we want the audience to understand, that we're presenting this stuff to you guys because not only do we find it interesting, but it's a possibility that you might find it interesting, and you might give those people support like you're giving us. So that access at PAX allows us to have that and present it to you guys. Like I said earlier, like Corey does a lot of interviews and stuff, having those conversations, so you find out those other content creators. Stephanie and David are writing. Pat is writing, and playing different games and or talking about it on the podcast. I'm, like I said, networking and writing and stuff and playing those games and having those discussions and stuff. Those interviews, with these developers, because I find what they're doing, um inspiring and exciting, for that. And I believe in people's products, that if we get this word out, if we get these content creators out, that you will also look into their work and support them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely benefits getting the articles and interviews out with indie developers, and they're a really important part of what we do. As we kind of have been shifting that way. I mean, the website's been shifting that way for a long time, but we've kind of also been shifting that way in a lot of respects as well on the video and podcast side. So, hopefully in the next, few whatever's like the next few months or whatever, we'll get some more gameplay videos of indies up. And there are definitely games that I want to check out indie wise that are coming soon too. And obviously I want to get some of the new Nintendo stuff out too. I would like to be more diligent about getting gameplay videos up on the YouTube channel, but we only have so much time.
Yes.
Our next question comes from Deshaun Malone, long-time listener and apparently a marketing expert. I told you about all the stuff that he sent me, right?
No.
I did. I'm pretty sure I did.
We'll talk about that offline.
Yeah. Deshaun asks, with the success of Astrobot for PlayStation, do you think there are lessons Nintendo can learn from it in the next Mario game? Do you think Astrobot is a good game?
Okay, so let me answer this one first. Do you think Astrobot is a good game? Yes. There's no lessons that Nintendo needs to learn from Astrobot, because most of Astrobot is taking a bunch of Nintendo games. Nintendo with the next Mario game is probably doing something innovative that Team Asobi would never be able to do. I'm not throwing shade or anything about it, but if you look at a lot of Astrobot, Nintendo did that with Mario Sunshine, or Nintendo did that with 3D Galaxy. Like, Nintendo has already done the stuff. It's just now on another platform from another developer. And so they took the good parts, if you recognize it, and put it on their platform to make that game. Nintendo has always been an innovative or creative with Mario. Definitely with level design, with music, gameplay mechanics. You know, by the time the next Mario game comes out, for maybe Switch successor, will we even be talking about Astrobot? Nintendo might push the envelope further for platforming games. That Astrobot and Team Asobe, once again, no disrespect to them, would never ever even have thought about. You know, Nintendo is always ahead with Mario. They're always trying to do something different with it. I when I look at Astrobot and I like see the everybody like, oh, these are the challenging levels. I'm like, that's not challenging. If you want challenge, do go play Super Mario Galaxy when not Super Mario Galaxy, sorry, Super Mario Sunshine when your pump is taken away from you and you have to do all of that stuff with like it's playing Super Mario 64 but in actual 3D with better controls, you know, and do all of that rotating stuff without no safeguard. Like Nintendo makes their 3D game Mario games challenging if you wanted to go in there challenging. So Nintendo doesn't have to learn anything from Astrobot for the next Mario game because Nintendo has already been working on the next Mario game that's probably going to do something way different that Team Asobi has never even thought of. But once again, like I said, Astrobot is a great game. It really is. I'm not knocking them for it, but Nintendo is just too way ahead of Team Asobi.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything much different to say. I think Astrobot is a great game. I don't know if Nintendo can take anything from them really, except for I really like the little Easter eggs that Astrobot leaves with the other robots and the other kind of characters and stuff, which I know Nintendo has kind of done before, right? With like the giant GameCube level and you know, some of the other things that have been going on in Mario games for a while. But like, I think they can make that stuff a little bit more fun, you know. But other than that, like, I don't really have anything else to say because I just think I think it's more charming in Astrobot 2 just because Sony's never really done this before. Aside from, you know, trying with Little Big Planet and kind of not hitting the mark with that. So like seeing Sony do something like this is really cute and charming and fun because Sony is so serious all the time. And Nintendo's games are meant to be fun first and serious later, right? For the most part. And
Yes.
kind of see this stuff from Nintendo all the time, so it's not as special, I want to say. But I think out of everything, I think I would like to see Nintendo kind of have a little more fun in the Easter egg category. Our last question comes from Shadow Forks on Twitter. I think this is Shadow Forks' first time writing in, so thank you for writing in. Is anyone on your team getting Switch vouchers to pick up any of the games they saw? Love the voucher system. I struggled to figure out which two this holiday season to decide on.
So I don't think anyone's getting any vouchers.
I mean, I already did.
I know for me, I don't get the vouchers because I'm such a physical person when it comes to Nintendo, and like I'll pre-order from Best Buy, to get it if it comes there, or I'll look around to see who's doing the physical, or I might just order it from Nintendo themselves. Xenoblade, Xenoblade, what did I do? It's one of them that I ordered physically from Nintendo. I think it's Xenoblade 1. But I think for most of us, I mean, if we don't go buy the digital, we'll definitely go and buy the physical of this game, of these games. It's like the voucher system is great. Do not get me wrong. It really is great. I like Todd Extra for Secret Friend. Shout out to him. I think he does sometime. I know there's some other people who does it. If anything that anybody was going to use a voucher for, will be Echoes of Wisdom. But I'm like, if they're not doing for Echoes of Wisdom, it definitely would be probably Mario and Luigi Brothership,
Mhm.
and Dragon Quest 3 2D.
Is Dragon Quest part of the voucher system? Because not every game is part of it. It's more of a for
Is it only for Nintendo games?
it's mostly for first party and select partners. I don't sometimes they are because I think Dragon Quest 11 was
Mm.
part of it. Um, but I actually do like first of all, I have to sometimes like look at my budget to see if I can even buy the vouchers at that point. But
Yeah.
like um the vouchers, I have used the voucher system before, probably 5 or 6 times at this point. And I think it's a great system if you are a digital collector, right? Like I think
Yes.
it is a no-brainer, especially if you love Nintendo games. All the Nintendo games are part of the voucher system. And you are a digital person, it is a no-brainer to get the vouchers, right? If you have the income and the money to spend $100 in one go, the voucher system is the way to go. And then you can double up on your gold coins, which every 100 coins is $1. Um,
Mm-hmm.
to the point where like once you go like a couple rounds into it, like you could be paying for a quarter of your next voucher order or whatever, right? Like
Yeah.
it's a really smart system Nintendo has come up with for their first party games. Because even like as their games become more expensive, like Tears of the Kingdom was $70, but it's part of the voucher system. So if you bought 2 games, you saved $30 instead of 20, right? And
Yeah.
um, so in the long run, it's a great idea. I would be using it way more if I knew Nintendo's next console was backwards compatible officially, and that all future consoles would be backwards compatible. Um, but I do still get physical versions of games. Now, granted, I have double dipped and I have digital versions of a lot of the games too. But I have the physical versions um, on my shelf, more of a just in case type thing, and not as a um, collector thing, because I am really tired of having stuff in my house. Uh, Also, a lot of it is for the set. if if there wasn't a set behind me, like a visual kind of thing behind me, I don't know if I would have physical games at this point. I mean, I already don't have physical games for Xbox or PlayStation, right? I just don't. There's no point, in my opinion. The way games are updated and always have to be online, and battle passes, season passes, butt passes. I don't know what you call them. Like it's just
it, I I think for me, reason I still have the physical for like even with Series X and PlayStation 4, even though I said I'm getting a PlayStation 4 5 Pro, and so that would be my all digital system. Um and I'm writing a blog about the reason. One of the things is that, dude, if you go into these retail stores, PlayStation and Xbox is shrinking in physical space.
mm-hmm.
If you go to
Xbox
Target,
specifically.
oh shoot,
I
yeah,
mean, the
Xbox is just like
Xbox section at Best Buy is like 2 shelves, and most of it's controllers.
exactly, exactly. And then if you look at Sony, like a lot of that's getting got reduced.
Um,
I mean Nintendo, they still got stuff, but all of their games it's like stuck in the back. Like you gotta do the old Toys R Us kind of thing where you have to put a card, go to the front, and then they'll go get your game. It's kind of that kind of thing,
mhm.
with it. So it's just like for physical games, unless you're like doing pre-orders and everything, yeah, literally for Xbox and PlayStation, they're kind of moving away from the physical space,
Mhm.
and you can just see it in retail stores.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think Man, like I said, if I had a larger memory card and
Mhm.
could guarantee that these games would carry over to the next systems moving forward, like I would definitely be making use of the voucher system way more.
The-
I just think it's such a great idea for them. But Ed, that's it. We did it. That's all the questions we got.
Yes.
So
All right. Well, everybody, thanks for listening and rushing into the Pow Block, which is part of the Boss Rush Network. If you enjoy our discussions, please do subscribe on YouTube or your favorite podcast application. You can support us over on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Boss Rush Network. Thanks, everybody, for listening, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. Woo-hoo!
bye. If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/Boss Rush Network.
The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dierig, Francisco Santillan, Matthew Keel, and Todd Oxtra. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network.